Hello folks, it's Rich here on the floor with my pedal board. Mr. Clyde, Popo. Videos for you. Sorry, terrible, I don't have another camera. So we're just down here on the floor having a look to see what I've done. So thank you everyone who's made some comments regarding my what should I do to try and get some different tones. And then Mr. Clyde, he said, what is your current pedal board? And asked a couple of questions about what's what. So here it is. So starting at this end here, I'm still using my Lexato wireless dongles. They were £30. They last about 8 hours. They come with a USB charger with two cables coming off one, like a snake's tongue. So you charge them up at the same time. They don't take all that long to charge actually. And they've been really good. I've got no idea what they'd be like for real life, but for bedroom use, they're perfect. No more cables. Lovely. Lovely. It's my Dunlop Crybaby wire, which I don't use a huge amount in truth, but it sat there, so that's the first thing. That is going into this Taichi Joyo pedal. Now this is a gainy overdrive kind of pedal, and the volume on this is mega loud. See how low I've got that there? It's probably reversed the other way around you're looking here, but it's really low. Don't need much volume on it at all. It's super loud pedal, that is. And then you've got a tone and a voice, and this is a bit like a presence knob, I think. I'm sure someone will be able to tell me something more about it. Tick on, little pretty lights around here, and that's the gain. So I've got the gain just past 12 o'clock, maybe 1ish. And then that's going into another Joyo vintage overdrive. I've just turned these around recently because this one, this has got quite a mid-range kind of tone to it. In fact, I wish I'd kept my Behringer vintage overdrive, which I think I preferred. No, not very expensive actually, so I might buy another one. Still, it's a nice pedal though. You can see that I'll put the tone right down on here. That's like proper low. This is like off, it's on, I don't know if that's a clock face. What's that on? About 8 o'clock. Not much. Drive quite low down, and the volume quite low down. It gets saturated very easily, this does. But I tend to have these two on together a lot. And I might say, I've just turned them around and it works better with this one this side and this one this side. But they sound good independently on their own. This one's slightly more overdrive on than that one. Then this is my Joyo Dark Flame distortion pedal. Again, you can see this is the volume, looks right down. You don't need a lot of volume. Really, really loud pedals these are. I've got the gain on about 3/4 of the way up, the mids down a bit. I don't really like mids in my tone on the amp. I'll show you that in a second. I've got the mids down on that too. I've got the high almost at 12 o'clock and then the low just after 12. And you've got a selection here, dark, normal or off, and then bright setting. I like it on the dark setting. So I don't stack anything into that. That plays on its own when I'm using that one. Oh, my neck's aching being upside down like this. Went to the gym early doors this morning as well. Over here, I can bring you over here a little bit, see if it's a bit better. This is my Demon Effects mini chorus. You know, a little while ago I just had all Demon Effects pedals and I went away from that. And here you've got Shimmer, something else and something else. I think that's a tone. And then you've got you've got a little toggle switch here to give it 3 different sounds. To be honest, I haven't looked at the instructions on that properly to see what all those knobs do, but this is how I like it. I've just moved that. And that's it's a lovely sound. It's a metal case on this as well. It's a lovely, these are all metal case. Very, very nice sounding chorus pedal that is. Lots of different tone options. Now all of these are going through the effects loop on my amp. No, they're not, that's a lie. All of these are going directly into the front of the amp, and then all of my time-based effects and my other stuff, they are all going through the effects loop in the amp, which is the catalyst. And then down here, so along here, there's a cable coming in underneath here into this side. This is my Joyo digital delay, which is a wonderful pedal as well. £43, about 35, 40-ish, 35 or 40, 35 I think, £30 for this one. It's got lots of different options here. That's a really nice sound. And then this was 42 I think, TC Electronic Sky Surfer. Haven't quite got really what I want out of this. I'm sure I need to play with it a bit more in the settings. You've got spring plate and hall here. They're all really echoey. and sort of mid. This is tone knob. I need to perhaps bring it down a bit actually. They sound a little bit too echoey for me, but so I usually have this on. I don't often use that. If I do use the chorus, it's usually with my distortion pedal for the metally sound. And then this is coming along here to my Lexato Looper, which is super easy to use. And press both of these together, and that is a tuner. It's a bit of a pain because it's tiny. Tuner's in the wrong place. Really should be over there, of course. But yes, so that's my current kind of setup there. And then if I pick up my, I don't know what you can see here. And here's the amp on button here. So it's usually on 1/2 watt. I've got that over the top. Yeah, sort of my different picks here. Those Steve Cassidy picks. Thick and pointy, thickish and not pointy, and got a nice furry feel to that. Fender medium. Really don't like this one. What's this? Don't know. Tight, thin and pointy. This is my favourite one. I've been using this for ages. You can see at the end of it started to round off. Let's say a heavy Paul Reed Smith, but it's not actually heavy. Jazz. I love the idea of this, but I can't get into it. Too tiny. What else have I got? I've been using this one a fair bit recently. But anyway, you see my settings on the amp here. So because I've got it on 1/2 watt, I've got the channel volume on max, the master volume on max, and the presence, that has been off most of the time. It feels like a treble button to me, but I've just put it to 1/4 now. Gives it a tiny bit more volume. Treble in the middle. See, the mids are down, the bass is up. It's just how I kind of like the sound, really. Or maybe it's because I've got I'm using single coils, and I don't know. Don't really use the boost, but when you press and hold this button, this is a noise gate. So at the moment, the noise gate, the maximum is around here, the noise gate's to there. Otherwise, it's a boost. Gain, not up a great deal because I'm using my pedals. So that gives me just a really nice clean tone. It's on the clean channel. You've got clean boutique, which is sort of bright and shiny. Chime, which is a really glassy, lovely sounding sort of clean. Crunch, as you would expect. Dynamic, don't know, I haven't used that very much. And high gain. Over here, you've got a couple of different channels you can save on there as well. Over this side a little bit more, not that I use it really. You've got the reverb is here, the delay is here, and you press and hold and you've got a tuner. But if I just move this down, these picks out of the way. See here, look, you've got different types of delay. So when you press and and hold the tap button, here it goes green. You then use the selector knob over here for whichever delay you want to use, and you'd use the selector knob again when this light goes blue for your modulation, for your pitch, your reverb. So sometimes I put the reverb on here, but generally I use it as a as a clean function, really. At the back here, so my 2 cables coming in on the effects loop. It's got some other stuff on the back as well. I haven't really touched a great deal of that. So that's kind of my setup. Excuse me, washing in the background. So yeah, that's it really. Just thought I'd share that. Oh, and at the moment, those are the only guitars I've got.